All right. Hello guys, hope all of you are doing well. Most of the time students also ask about the schedule and pattern, like what is the total time period required for preparation of IELTS exam. From our perception, from our experience being an international IELTS trainer, I recommend students to go for at least around about maximum 30 days to 45 days if your English level is average. And by average we mean if you are understanding English easily, if you can speak little bit up to some extent, if you can write up to some extent, right? If there are some minor issues, minor mistakes or minor problems with your English level, right? So your English lab, then it is it is average, right? Now you are supposed to go for around about 30 days to 45 days practice. Nowadays one another problem we mostly facing with the students, from student side, like when they reach to the top, when they reach to the, in a sense, like when they are out of time, totally out of time, and their visa and other procedures are gonna to be done, that moment they ask us the suggestion, they ask for the suggestion, a good suggestion. But that time we feel sometimes like some students would be not having a good level. So if you are having any intention, this is our suggestion for all of the students, if you are having any intention to go abroad in upcoming near future or far future, no problem, try to work for IELTS from now onwards, right? Because in near future or in the far future, if you're gonna to apply for this any European country or English state, right? Now that moment when you need IELTS, sometimes then we realize, and you also realize, like IELTS is a little bit tough, and how to go through that, and your mind will be stuck, and you'll be unable to cover the whole course, the syllabus. You, like at that moment, you'll be not able to cover the syllabus, then again practice would be remained left, right? Assessment, evaluation, different criteria are there to be covered so far in IELTS exams, right, in the preparation scenario. Now first of all, like a proper training must be given to you, like this is the route how you should go so far. This should be provided by you by your by your well-trained trainer, right, by USA certified or by any other trainer who is having a good training come on the course of IELTS exam, right, who has already also taken IELTS exam and who is having much experience and information about IELTS, who can guide you thoroughly and properly, accurately, and on daily basis, who can assist your level, like right now, who can also observe, assist your weak points, right, and who can work on your weak points to make that more stronger, right? So just choose that kind of trainer. Next step is your practice, from where you should do practice. That is also very important question for IELTS reading and listening. We always, and we do recommend only the best sources, that is these Cambridge's books to be followed so far. If your level is good, then book 7 to 10 and then 11 to 18 must be followed for reading and listening section, these Cambridge's books, right? And for writing and the speaking section, some of the predictable topics we do predict on the basis of last 10 years exams, and also on the current scenario situations, we also predict some topics for writing and speaking section, from where your topics can be sorted out, from where your topics can be chosen by an examiner. And most of the time we also with good luck, with good fortune, we also face the same criteria, that most of the time examiner take out those topics and they pick those topics which we assign to students. Therefore I highly recommend, I highly suggest to students that must go also through some of the predictable topics for writing and speaking section. Along with some of the predictable topics, also the two most important sources for writing and speaking section is they are like the Maker books, right? Maker books for writing and speaking, they're very important, written by Indian writer, and these are acceptable, like acceptable in a sense, like approved in the whole world for preparation of IELTS writing and IELTS speaking. The most important and the best source ever written for by this Indian writer, Maker, IELTS writing Maker book and IELTS speaking Maker book. You must follow that, right? Next is the 42 topics, some of the past papers, and along with that predictable topics must be covered for speaking and writing. Along with the whole discussion, the whole covering part, you must evaluate yourself every Saturday, every Sunday, one day a week. You must take out a day for yourself, like on that day you should assist yourself with the trainer or by your own, like you should go through any of the reading test and listening test, and then you should evaluate yourself, like any of the recent exams paper, if you go through that, and then assist yourself, like where am I lying, by just checking your answers and going through your answer section. Analyze your level, where am I lying that moment, right? And then if any part is weak, if reading is good but speaking is weak, or speaking is good, reading is weak, try to work more on that weak points, less on the other good point, right? But if do not be very much confident in access. Sometimes students get this much access confident that they think like speaking is fine, so I'm not supposed to give it even less time, let a little time, or more time. Now you are requested to give it a proper time on daily basis with consistency. That is very, very important to have continuous work on all of the modules, right? Sometimes we also observe like many students from foreign, even from United States of America. I'm having some students, native speakers they are, right? And from Ireland, Scotland, Netherlands, England, and this Romania, and many other countries, having so many students from the foreign countries, right? Colombia and so on. Now most of them when we realize like they are not improving. Now when we ask about their schedule, this is our the following days we are going through only 2 modules practice, the next week we will go through the other 2 modules practice. Because of their differences, then distinguishes of going through 2 modules first, then 2 modules later, then again 2 modules, then again. Now between that, because of giving gap for 2 modules and then following the other 2 modules, then again following the previous 2 one, now this would create an issue like whatever the skill they improve, it again demolish. Because of the reason is that when you give a gap is like a virus hangs computer, and this gap is gonna hang your consistency, your fluency, your understanding, your remembering, your memorizing in reading section, your grip on writing section, your fluency in speaking section, your picking up the words and accent in listening section, right? So this gap you must avoid. You should work on all of the modules on similar day, on every day, right? For at least 30 to 45 days if you want 8,777 or the highest score, then 7.9 band, 8.5 or above 7 any band if you require so far, if you need, or if that is your desire so far. You must work with consistency on all of the modules for at least around about 30 to 45 days. Even if your average level is average, it is good, it is fine, it is best, whatever it is, but you are supposed to work regularly for 30 to 45 days, right? Further, if you have any query, any question, if you want to assist yourself, evaluate yourself, you are free to contact us for any kind of query, any kind of information regarding ESL, any of the ESL courses, TEFL, TESL, Duolingo, language setup, PT, or this IELTS, right? Any of the course you are you are requested to contact us, you are requested to ask your query, share your query in our inbox, right? And inshallah I will try my 100% to solve your queries. Thank you so much.